hour and then half hour, and then lovely recording response. So, all right, sorry. We want to mention, if you are in your vehicle driving, please keep your camera off and pay attention to the road. You're saying that so you could stay safe and everybody else on the road stays. Oh, look at our guest just came on. I'm so excited.
Sorry. Very busy. I was recruiting people, doing some recruiting.
You know what? That's what you do, Nate. And you really do refer a lot of agents to Keller Williams and follow up on the success that they have. So you're really good at that. All right, Brooke, let's get started. Let's pretend this is the first call for all these people on here. Who are you and why are we here today on Monday at 2:00?
Excellent. So, hey, gang, I am Brooke Silva. I am your regional technology person. I am here to help guide you guys through anything that has to do with your business and using our tools and education. Many of your faces are super familiar. I get to see you guys in many of the market centers when I'm teaching. And it is my absolute pleasure to be part of the social media team and the growth team here at KW New England, where we provide our agents with engaging posts and ways to stay more human more often. Because while tools and tech are great, the biggest bonus is that our tools and tech help us stay more human.
Thank you, Brooke. I'm Jen Bovey. I'm your area director for New England. I'm also an operating principal here in Rhode Island, and I'm really excited for this call, or I always am excited for this call. We've been doing it for 2 years now, and we provide you with a ton of social media content that's plug and play for you in your business. It's not all real estate. It's how to engage and be a person and to start those relationships and get them in your database and as a referral or as a direct point of contact for sale. And Cassie, who are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm Cassie Sylvester. I'm the Regional Operations Manager for the KW New England region. I do sit out of our KW Legacy Partners office in Connecticut. And I'm behind the scenes most of the time, just making sure the region keeps moving forward.
And she gives you your cool gifts that we give away every Monday. Every Monday call, we give away gifts.
Keeping us moving forward.
Yes.
Backbone of the whole region, really.
That's right.
Without Cassie, it would all fall apart.
And
We love our Cassie.
Our guest speaker today is the one and only Regional Director for New England, Nathan Dickey, or Nate Dickey as we know him. He is coming on as our guest to drop some serious good nuggets today. So if you don't have a pen and paper or something to write notes on, take it out, because I am sure you'll get some value, as I have in the last 10 plus years that I've known Nate. So Nate, welcome to the call.
Hi. Hello, everybody. What are we, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
so we're going to ask you some questions, and we just want
Love
you
it. I'm excited. I can't wait.
share-
Can't wait.
share your genius with us. Okay, so
Oh,
first
boy,
of all, Nate, a lot of this call is how to engage with our database and how to get the 201 plus club going. I know that you recently did a video on what you're doing with your own database. Can you share that, or share what you did with our group?
Yeah, so this is all so essentially I did what they tell you not to do. I took my entire phone and just put it into command, and we didn't scrub it or anything. We did virtually nothing, and we just sent out a small letter that just said it was a great year, thanks everybody for supporting me and helping us to have a great year. If there's anything, I'd love to talk to you in 2023. It was a really simple, basic thing. And I don't have my stats, but we received, I was able to give 2 recruits to Keller Williams offices. I'm up to about 20 conversations now, several text messages, and a bunch of emails that are going to lead to more conversations from doing it. We often as agents, and I certainly did it when I was an agent, we get ready to get ready. We can, explain our way out of contacting the people that we know. And that is usually our biggest downfall. It's super easy to do. You don't have to sell when you're contacting them. You just have to contact them and tell them that you do sell or that you are in the industry. And I think, our biggest enemy is typically hesitating on that or waiting for it to be perfect. And for those of you that the video circulated a little bit, but for those of you that saw the video, I set the camera on a thing like this, and then as I was talking, the camera went like that, and it kind of moved. And we just posted it like that anyways. And it's kind of funny, but it wasn't perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, if it's not perfect, it actually is a little bit better.
Agreed. 100%
and then
agree
we
with
can-
that.
And the consistent, then doing it again. So we're going to send something out again this month, and it's going to be, very soft. It'll just talk about what's happened in the last couple of weeks in the market. And we'll forward that to everybody. I did the whole database without scrubbing it for two reasons. One, I wanted to scrub it, and that was an easy way for me to scrub it. If you put it in command's going to send back all the people that it bounced from. It's also going to send back all the people that said stop talking to me, which is fine, and I'm okay with taking them out of the system. So that's the other reason I did it. So I think getting ready to get ready is our biggest flaw, as far as an agent. It's very common, but I think we got to get past that. Team leaders do it, OPs do it, agents do it, everybody does it. Just have to get over it. Try not to make it perfect. Just get something out and talk to the people. As agents, that's the really the biggest hangup that I see, and the biggest barrier to success. Like an agent will say, well, I can't call them. I don't have my business cards yet. What am I going to do? Or, my website's not done. I don't want to talk to anybody. Where am I going to push them to? Those things. And that's just quite frankly ridiculous. Like if you don't like talking to people, like with your voice on a phone, quit, go do something else. That's what this job is. And if you're afraid to talk to someone on the phone, or you're afraid, a lot of times people will say, well, I did talk to them. Well, tell me about it. Well, I texted them. Texting isn't talking. Or, well, I just sent them an email. It's still not talking. Like talking is actual talking. It's what I'm doing right now. It's what you do when you pick up the phone. Like talking is how you get the most success out of this business. You can set appointments up. You can, on email, you can refer back to a conversation via text, or handle a piece of a transaction via text, or confirm an appointment. But the meaningful dialogue does not come over the screen. It comes from you having face-to-face conversation, or over the phone conversation is still, to Cassie's point, that's how you build relationships. So that's, I think my biggest thing. It's a huge pet peeve of mine too. Like we have stuff that happens, in the office with my broker, and an agent will call with a problem, and that's usually the first question. Well, did you talk to your client? Well, I texted him. Well, no. Did you talk to him and see how they were feeling? No. I sent him an email. Well, none of that's talking to him. Pick up the phone and call. Well, you're negotiating a deal with an agent. Well, did you talk to the agent? No, I texted. It's not the same. No, it's 100% not the same. And it's sometimes it's hard for the person on the other end, but you'll have a lot more control over the situation if you do pick up the phone and call. So
I think too, aren't there are so many times where you can't pick up the nuance of, like, you can't hear the tone of my voice through a text or an email. You can't figure out if I'm exasperated with you, or if I'm actually chill and you're overreading into some line of text and something. Verbal communication is so important, as is that belly to belly, so we can see facial expression, so we can see body language.
Well, yeah, 100%. That's situations get elevated. Like the dumbest thing people do is they get in an argument over email or text. Like that's like the best. I love that when someone brings something to me and I can see that they were fighting over email. Like fighting over the email is the stupidest. Stupidest isn't really a word, but it's the dumbest. Dumbest is though. It's the dumbest thing you can do is to fight with someone over text or email. Doesn't matter who it is. You should never do it. Like if you're not, I'll say person enough, so man or woman enough to pick up the phone and call that person and have the argument, then it's not worth arguing about. And you're, a wimp. So that's another pet peeve of mine. Sorry, Jen, what was I supposed to talk about? How many people here have I offended so far?
You are doing great.
You have, just raise your hands.
Here's the thing, you're dropping a lot of truth bombs in this, and sometimes people will get a little uncomfortable with this conversation. Yet the reality is there's an element of our business that if you truly want to grow and get outside of your comfort zone, you're going to take these notes and actually take action. See my shirt, Nate, today? take action.
Take action.
That's what's going to work, right? That's what's worked for you. That's what's worked for your market center. There's a reason why you are one of the top market centers in all of Keller Williams. And it's because of how you lead and what you say and what you actually do.
Yeah, well, I think right now in the market we're in, you have to double down on your action, right? So you have to, so if you were talking to 2 people a day, it should be 4 now. If you were, whether you're a team leader or whether you're an agent. If you were, if your conversion's off, you got to talk to more people. Just continuing to have those dialogues are important, and set up little systems to get you into the zone. Like when I was selling, the first thing I did every day was look at the MLS, so I could know what the best deals are. If I asked any one of you, what's the best deal in the market today? If I want to invest, do you know what that property is without looking at the MLS? Can you say, yeah, it's this, I just saw it the other day, it's great, it should be a great deal, we should go see it. You say, oh, let me get back to you. Because if you failed, if you said, let me get back to you, you failed. So if you don't know what that is in your market, then you're doing it wrong. So MLS, you should know the MLS in the market you serve. You should know what the best deals are. You should know what the pricing is. The only way you get to do that is if every morning you take a look at the MLS and you see what's come on and what's closed and pay attention to that. So, you are the local area expert that people are relying on to spend the most money on the biggest thing they're probably ever going to buy. So if you don't, you owe them that. You should know that at the very least. Is this a good deal? Should I buy it? I don't know. Well, the market says it's probably priced well and it fits your criteria. So that to me is a good deal. Because it's never our opinion. It's always their choice and their opinion. We can just give them the facts, right? But the only way you know if it's a good deal is if you look at it every day.
That's right. Trust me when I tell you this is what I preach every day in our classes. Knowing your numbers is one of the most important things you could do. So that goes hand in hand with talking to your clients. Because Nate, what is the number one question agents typically get asked when they're out in the world?
Oh, how's the market?
How's the market? Right. And if you have the knowledge that Nate is talking about, you can now have a truly professional conversation and say exactly what the market is instead of it stinks or it's great.
Well, there's also a way to take that conversation further. Don't answer with just great.
Exactly.
And answer with great. Why do you ask? What are you looking for? What do you want to buy? If you're
use the numbers, use the numbers.
Well, I'm looking for a second home. I'm looking for an investment property. I'm looking to move up. That's how you build, you can build something big.
Right.
But every time you're talking to somebody, you got to remind them what you do, where you do it, how you can help them, that you can help them anywhere in the country because you're an agent. So you can refer something everywhere in the country, and that you show up every day and you pay attention to what's going on. So, the market, because the newer people that learn the market, like learn how to do this business in this market that we're entering, are going to be the new superstar. So if you can grow your business in this market, and the market doesn't determine our success, it just determines our actions, right? So what you do in this market, we're going to keep pointing at Jen's shirt. What you do in this market determines how successful you are. And the market doesn't pay your bills. So whether it's an up market or a down market, you can make enough money to pay all your bills. You just have to do the things that are required to succeed in that market. And in this market, it's pay attention. It's tune your training up, take as much training as you can. And every single day you should be talking to the minimum of 2 people, but I would say probably 5 to 6 people to 10 people that you can add to your database every day and have a real estate conversation. I mean, if you have real estate conversations every day, you start going to open houses because those are back. You start hosting open houses. If you don't have the listings, host the open houses for someone else. Just pick really good houses to do it. You'll get buyers, you'll build your business, you'll be really successful in this market, and then invest yourselves in this market. This is a good time to invest. So,
Brooke, I know you wanted to ask Nate a question. What was it?
I don't want to answer
yes.
you.
Well, fine then. I have the ability to boot. So, everything we're doing with our 201 Plus Club is a lot of it's getting back to their sphere. So if you could give them some advice on, if you haven't been reaching out and now you've got to eat the frog, what can they say when they are reaching back out to their own database and really
Well,
digging into.
if it's your sphere, it's people you know. So you shouldn't have to make an excuse. You should just call them and say, hey, I'm just checking in. You know, if you want, challenge the person next to you to a calling contest to see how many people you can talk to in a day and say, hey, I'm in a contest. To see how many people from my phone I could actually connect with. And ask them, if they're your friends, ask them about what they're doing. They'll be happy to hear from you. You're not going to say, hey, do you want to buy a house? That would be lame. But if you
That
called
is
them and had a
lame.
dialogue about, you know, what are you up to? What are you doing? And you say, oh, and they'll ask you, because that's what friends do. They ask you back, well, how are you? What are you doing? Well, I'm just trying to get some new deals and trying to sell some real estate. There's a lot of great deals out there. And, you know, I'm trying to find people for them. You got to know what the deals are. That was another thing I used to do. I used to find a house or a couple houses that I liked and I thought were a great deal. And as soon as I saw them, I would start calling through my friends and I would ask, I saw this great house today. Who do you know that I can call that might be interested in it? Because it's such a smoking deal. Do you know anyone who wants to live here or buy this multi? It's easier for me to call with a reason. I've never made a
Yes.
cold call in my life. I don't do it. Have never done it. Don't like doing it. But I can get a lead in to as many calls as I want. It's just a matter
And
of
that-
talking to the people that I already know. So that's
that's the
how I would
beauty.
encourage you to do it.
And that's the beauty of our growth call is we're giving you a reason to communicate on social media. So you have one more reason to pick up the phone and call them and thank them for being a part of your online community. And you've got something to talk about. We give you so many engaging posts that are meant to be back and forth, that are meant to bring information back. So Jen, anything else or Cassie for Nate before we hop on over to our growth data?
Nate, is there anything that you've been itching to share that you think would be very valuable for our group before we start our sharing?
I would say just get out there and do it.
Is-
Don't look at any of the
action.
stuff you get from us or you get from international. Be like, I don't like that because it doesn't sound like me, or that one word I don't like. I'm gonna have to rewrite it. That's not it. Most people aren't gonna look at the whole thing anyways. This is just a way to get you in front of them. So don't overthink it. Just do it.
I
That's all
love
I
that.
got.
All right, stay on. We're going to share some really good content and anything at the end. It's only 10 more minutes or so that we're going to be here. So, or this portion anyway. So Brooke, Cassie, let's share what we have for this next couple weeks or week content. That was hard.
I can't believe we're talking about February, by the way. Like it is, I cannot believe we are talking about February.
It's here.
It's here and it's also hot chocolate day. So for those of you who don't drink coffee, which I don't understand, it's okay. It's hot cocoa day. So it's a nice day to cozy up with your favorite mug for a day that's devoted to the delicious chocolate beverage. And you're going to find out from your community what's your most favorite way to enjoy it. Marshmallows, whipped cream, Bailey's, Kahlua, not at all, flavored, not flavored, or the best place around to get it. So again, we're using this as a way to either get recipes or engage with people who are engaging within your community itself. And then you know what to talk about the next time you call them. My child is addicted to hot cocoa. We have to limit her. She is addicted. I can't believe Super Bowl is around the corner. So it's the perfect time to start asking people what their game day plans are. Are they going out? Are they hosting parties? It's going to open up so much conversation. And also I added the number because Roman numerals and we don't get along and I never remember them. So it's Super Bowl 57. If you did not know, like Heinz 57. And it's a great way to facilitate conversations. You might even get an invite or 30 from your community on this one.
Yeah, I just want to go back the hot chocolate really quickly because Cassie in the chat something very genius. This is a great opportunity for you to do a pop by at your top sphere of influence, your bird dogs in your database. Like how much are those bath bombs? My daughter loves bath bombs. Chocolate
the cocoa bumps.
Yeah,
they're like nothing. I think they're $1.50 at Target sometimes, like nothing.
Yeah, so I would take that and go run with it. Absolutely. And then this Super Bowl one, I would probably put what are your best Super Bowl recipes or appetizers. Right, I see I had not, like, those are always good to see because they always give me inspiration of what to make myself. And then I get to share that back with my clients of, hey, this is the #1 Super Bowl recipe out there. I wanted to share it with you, right? So just add the value and the validity behind. You're not just a real estate professional, you're also going to be the professional of Google. Was that Troy?
Yeah.
Is that Troy in your market center was the Google of his area? Isn't that-
Yes, that was a Nate. I believe that was Nate's Market Center.
He
Troy.
is so smart. We can't talk about that today. There's too much to talk about today, but it was such a smart thing. Anyway, let's keep
It
going.
was. And then this or that. So you guys probably will know exactly who I'm all about, but Super Bowl's almost here, almost as great as the game. The halftime show and commercials seem to have faithful followers. So are you team commercials? Are you team halftime show? Put it in the chat. Do you prefer the commercials or the halftime show? And truthfully, hashtag, I'm just here for the food. I talk the whole time to anybody who wants to talk to me at the Super Bowl parties instead of paying attention to the games. So let's see what our friends are putting in. Both commercials. Yeah, I'm all about those commercials. Oh my God, I love commercials so much during the Super Bowl. Like, I like the pee your pants worthy ones that just make you laugh so hard. Oh yeah, the commercials. See, we're team commercials. Jen, what are you?
You know, I'm struggling with this one because I used to like the commercials, but they've gone downhill over the last few years. And I like the halftime show every like 1 out of 10 years. So I always watch it just to see if I like it. I don't know. I'm torn.
I'm torn too. Like, what if it's the year I give up on it and it's the year we have the best and then I have to see them again or see them on YouTube?
Yeah,
it's so bad. There was one that was a 7-Up commercial with a bear in the water and I cried, and then they never put it again because of how poor taste it was, but I laughed so hard and it will never be seen again. So it's why you should drink 7-Up over spring water with a bear in the little stream. If you could just imagine what's going on with some bubbles. I cried until I fell off the couch. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at a commercial. So there is our growth call lineup, guys. Pull them into your command, schedule them to go, copy, paste the captions. Like Nate said earlier, just stop overthinking it. Don't worry about the words, because just like we do, we don't read every single thing all the time, right? We need to be consistent. We need to constantly put message out there. And then guys, don't forget to time block times after to make sure that you are responding from your business page to the people who are leaving comments and bring that data back to command. So schedule these things out ahead of time. After this call, you could probably get it done in under 15 minutes and you have 3 engaging posts for the week and something to talk about.
Nate, what did you think of our content for this week? Which one are you going to use? Or are you going to use all 3?
We're going to use both of them.
There's 3 of them. So
All 3 of them. We're going to use all 3 of them. Cassie's laughing at me.
Good. All right.
But luckily, I have somebody else that's doing it, so they're gonna be on it. It's gonna be taken care of. It's gonna be great. I would encourage everybody to make a habit every day. Start on your phone and just start with A, and just call 5 people. Doesn't just call 5. Just start with 5. Do it on your drive. Just say hello to them. And if they don't answer, the number's wrong, just delete it. Get it out of there. But just
we
start
said
talking.
if it gives you stomach acid or they don't want to talk to you, out they go, or refer them
Right,
so you
yeah.
don't.
And if you're afraid to call them, then yeah, get rid of them. Just delete them. Get them out.
Yeah.
Also, if their number's wrong, just flip that conversation into a real estate conversation. Oh, I'm so sorry. I must have the wrong number, but why have you?
Yeah.
Why not?
There you go.
I
Doesn't ask
love
that. Doesn't
Cassie,
hurt.
you'd
to
make an
ask.
amazing real estate agent.
it.
Thanks.
All right. So what do we have for a giveaway today? Somebody in our audience is going to win a little gift from the region.
All right, we have another first-time home buyers book coming out to you. This week, it's going out to Amber C in Premier Properties. Amber, are you on with us?
I see Amber.
She.
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Amber. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I will connect with you after the call to get you your book, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All
Have
right,
a great
guys.
day.
Thank you for being here, Nate. And guys, stay on because it's the last race of the Growth Pre, guys. It's the last race before we give you guys a week to get it together, get your last race data in, and we pull a winner from our Growth Pre. So
So Brooke,
let's,
if this is someone's first call, what is the growth pre?
I'm going to stop the recording and start it back up and explain it.